Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea on Saturday. Welcome to 100% LCFC TV. I'm Phil Holloway and I'm here with Simon Mack. We're here to discuss probably one of the toughest away games of the season. Chelsea on Saturday. What do we expect, Simon?
I think what we need to see from our lads is a performance on Saturday. Everything else to me is a little bit of a bonus. Watch Chelsea play Burnley. They scored 3 goals in 15 minutes after going a goal down. They looked completely and utterly dominant for that period of time, and then it was like, okay, 3 points is done, and it was back down into sort of second gear. And
second gear, rest, get ready for Saturday. Same sort of thing they'll be expecting.
And from a Chelsea fan's point of view, they've got an easy start because they've got Burnley and they've got us, so they'll be expecting 6 from 6.
I mean, Chelsea's squad cost multi-hundreds of millions of pounds. Leicester's certainly didn't. We've talked all season, pre-season, we've certainly talked about the fact that there's certain games that Leicester have to pinpoint and win and get something out of, and there's certain games where, like you're talking about performance, we want to turn up, we don't want to be made to look like Muppets. If we can get past that stage, maybe sneak a draw, who knows. I'm hoping we'll go to one of these big clubs and pick up a win, like we've done in the days of past at Anfield and Man United. But so there is a chance at Chelsea, but in all honesty, it's going to be super, super tough. Yeah,
and there's a risk that if you go to these big games too positive, you end up getting severely punished, and that can then create a hangover that lasts for longer than just Saturday evening. In the confidence stakes, we don't want to go down there and think we can go toe to toe to them and end up coming home with our tails between our legs. We need to be pragmatic. I would imagine Nigel will change the system a little bit to be a little bit more defence minded. Look to cover a little bit more. Fabregas against Burnley was absolutely incredible. Man of the match performance, involved in all the goals. Looks like the playmaker that Chelsea needed last season was missing through the middle. So we're going to have a real handful on Saturday. So let's just make sure we do our homework and make sure we put performance in, but don't end up coming home with a bit of a schlupping.
I mean, I went there a couple of seasons ago when Leicester played Chelsea in the FA Cup. I think we lost 5-2. Ben Marshall scored a rocket of a goal. We were a lot younger then as a team, a lot more naive. We've obviously developed since then. We went a cup game. We went with no fear and we gave it a real go. We didn't look too shabby against them. But I think this Saturday will be very different. I think again it's going to be back to the wall and defending at all times. Formation could be interesting. It's trying to second guess how Pearson's going to line them up.
If I was having to guess, I believe we'll probably go one up front, and I think the one up front will be Ulloa. I think Ulloa is a great man to feed the ball to because, as we saw on Saturday, he can take the ball to head and to chest.
He can hold it up as well, very well.
He's a good outlet for that. So I think if you're going to do that, he's the ideal man for it because you can take the ball and you can release pressure from yourself by feeding the ball to him a little bit at times.
So would you perhaps drop Nugent down to the bench, or
you push him into some sort of midfield system? Where you've got attacking midfielders playing off of Ulloa.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly could work, and I agree with you. I don't think we're going to go there play 4-4-2.
No, that's not going to happen, I don't think. I mean, we're definitely going to be looking at a two centre midfield cover in front of the back four. How the rest of it pans out is anybody's guess. But we're going to be looking to make sure we've got plenty of cover in those areas with the back four and just in front. And then we'll be looking to hit him on the break, I'd imagine.
I wasn't sure on Saturday whether Knockaert was fully fit or not, when he played. There were certain times where he did some of his notable skills and turns, but he did come off, and I wonder if he is going to be available on Saturday.
That'd be an interesting one. I agree with you. I think he was fit in an actual medical sense. I don't think he was match fit.
Not sharp.
He wasn't sharp. He hadn't had as much pre-season as some of the others. I think he'd only had a couple of training sessions before the game on Saturday. So yes, he's one that's going to come in to form a bit more further down the line. But with Albrighton just coming back into training and not being necessarily that sharp either, who knows? He could fiddle with that. He could play with it. He could use Mahrez and Nugent, or he could bring Knockaert. He's got options.
I mean, I think Leicester can break at pace as well. So I think it will suit us having teams put a lot of pressure on us. If we can withstand the pressure, I think people like Mahrez and Knockaert and Schlupp, if he's on, can break at pace, and that's potentially our better chances to catch teams.
Yeah, I think. I mean, obviously, who are we to second guess Nigel? But I would imagine we're looking at, like you say, looking to make sure we don't get too overloaded at the back and then hitting teams on the break with the pace of the likes of Mahrez when we get the opportunity to try and get forward and create space that way to get our own attack off. That is how I would predict us going forward into that game, yeah.
I'd be surprised if Albrighton and Vardy are back in contention. We hear they're back in training,
Yeah,
but yeah, just. So be surprised to see them in the team, but you just don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. You know, we didn't expect Knockout to be playing on Saturday, and we didn't expect Mr. James to turn up on crutches either. So you just don't know what's going to happen. Let's hope they get fit as quickly as possible, because the more options we've got, the better.
Okay, so it's going to be a really tough game away at Chelsea. Good luck to the team. Good luck to all the fans that are there. Don't forget to send in your fans' photos when you're at Chelsea of you supporting the Blues on. And we look forward to seeing, hopefully, a result.